Hey guys, this is Akhilesh from DataSense. Today we are going to talk about serial numbers or index numbers. Adding them one by one to each row will be difficult for every one of us, so we should know how to quickly add them to our dataset. Serial numbers are important because they give a sense of how big is your dataset. Second, they act as a unique identifier for each row in your data. So they are quite important, and in this video we will learn 7 different ways of adding serial numbers. Some of them are static in nature and some of them are using formulas which will help us to make them dynamic. So let us start. If your data is starting from row number 1, okay, then the row number itself can behave as serial numbers. But most of the time your data will at least have a header. So your data will start from row number 2. That's why we don't use the default row number as serial number. Then the second way is fill handle. What is fill handle? So if this is your data set and in this column I want the serial numbers. So what we do, we type 1 in the first one and 2 in the second one, and then we take this series and drag it down. And now you have the serial numbers. So this method is fine, but if your data is very large, like 1000 rows or 5000 rows, then this method is not suitable. So coming to second option, we have fill series. In the first row I will type 1, then in the home tab on the right side you will find fill, and then I will go for series option. Series option is having these two options, so I will go for column because I need serial numbers in my column, and then starting value is 1 and I want to add 1 in each row. And where should I stop? I can, let's say, type 500, and when I click OK, your data is having serial numbers for 500 rows. So this method is quite efficient if you have a very large number of rows in your dataset. Another method is, if I am having 1 here, so next serial number I can write upper cell plus 1, and when I press enter I get 2, and this I can either drag it, double click it, whichever way you find it easier, you can use it. Many people use this method, but one problem which I find with it is that if tomorrow someone deletes some rows from this data set, then what happens? These serial numbers won't work because they are dependent on the previous cells which are not there now. So there is a reference error now. To fix it, take last working cell and double click it, and it will start the series again. To avoid this problem, let us learn this method. So there is a function known as row function, and the role of row function is to give you the row number, which is this number. So when I press enter, I will get 4, but this is the first line in my data, so I want to get 1. So what I can do is minus 3, and when I double click it, this one also I can use. So this is similar to what we were doing in the previous one, using a formula to generate the row numbers. Good part here is, if you delete some rows here, your serial numbers will still work because the formula is independent of other rows. So that's the good part about row function. Coming to next one, you have COUNTA function. So that will count everything in the provided range. So when I type count A, it is asking for values. I can say starting value is this and colon, and ending value is also this. And in the starting portion, I will use absolute references. Okay. When I press enter, so in this cell, it is counting from C4 to C4. So 1. This portion is not having absolute reference. So that's why when you drag it down in the next row, it will become C4 to C5. And that's why it is counting 2. So you can use this to get your serial numbers. Next one is subtotal function. Subtotal function offers a variety of aggregations on your dataset. So we will go for count A, and then what is the range? Range we will start from C4 and up to same C4. And the initial portion here, I will put absolute references like we did earlier. Close the bracket, and press enter. And you can use the fill handle to take it until end. So until now it is same like any other serial number. But now when I apply filtering, okay, if I go for, let's say, only UK, select UK, you can see my serial number are still maintained. So they are only acting for UK. So subtotal function works only in the filtered range. Whatever is visible in that range, it works. If I go for, let's say, another country like India, this is the continuous series for India. So that's the benefit of subtotal function, because it only works for filtered range. Last one is using sequence function. So this is only available in Office 365. If I put number of rows as 15, it will give me a sequencing up to 15. Okay. So rather than putting a hard-coded number, I will use count function again. And count what? I can select column C and close the bracket. Now column C is having your header also. So it would be good if you count and then deduct 1 from it. When I press enter, you can see from 1 and until last row, it is having the serial number. Now if I try to add some more rows, here automatically my sequence number will generate additional serial numbers. To get the serial number automatically for new rows, you can also use table function. Like here we were using row function for generating the serial numbers. We can convert it into a table by pressing Ctrl T. And now when I try to type any additional row, like I will go for India, and automatically you can see the formula is copied in the new cell. So that's the benefit of tables. Okay. So that was it from my side on serial numbers. Hope you found it useful. We discussed some of the static ways of adding serial numbers, as well as some of them were dynamic in nature because we used functions like row function, subtotal, and sequence. If you liked the video, please share it with your friends and colleagues. Don't forget to share your feedback in the comment section, and do subscribe to our YouTube channel and click the bell icon so that you can get regular updates on our upcoming videos. Thanks for watching. See you in the next video.